Welcome back. Back to school shopping has already begun in some cases because families are pacing out their spending through the summer. According to a new survey by the National Retail Federation, nearly half of shoppers are waiting for the best deals to finish their shopping and plan to purchase only the essentials. Still, as NRF Chief Economist Mark Mathews explains, shoppers are expected to spend more than ever.
Mark, thank you so much for joining us. I know that some people have already started shopping for back to school. Can you tell me what are some of the trends that you're seeing this summer?
Yeah, thank you so much for having me. It's been a really strong start to the back to school season. We did a survey of consumers, and they're telling us that they're planning to spend $147 billion. Now that breaks out to, for kindergarten to 12th grade, K to 12, 43 billion, and for back to college, 104 billion. And those are records. Combined, it's 15% higher than we saw last year. So lots of spending going on. And as the father of a back to college kid, I'm definitely feeling some of that in my wallet.
Now, this does not really seem to jive with what we've heard a lot about people feeling insecure about the economy or cracking down on their spending because of inflation. So, is there any way to square that with the survey? What are you finding out about that?
Yeah, 100%. We know that consumers are concerned about affordability. We know that they're trying to stretch their dollar and they're laser focused on price. The important thing to recognize here, though, is that when it comes to spending on family and loved ones, especially for these essentials, they're willing to make savings in other areas. So a number of consumers told us that they're cutting back on spending in other areas. Maybe some of those less essential things like, eating out or, going to movies in order to make sure that they're giving their kids what they need to get back to college and back to school. We know that education is so important. We know that some families are spending a lot of money on education. So making sure that their kids are prepared and ready to go back to school is something that's absolutely essential.
I know that we've got two sides of this, obviously, the retailers and the shoppers. Where are they meeting in the middle in terms of finding value and best bang for your buck?
Certainly. Yeah, I think retailers recognize that consumers are concerned about affordability. And, this is a highly competitive industry with transparent pricing, right? So I think retailers understand that consumers are savvy. They're out there shopping for the best deals. And if you're not offering good prices, if you're not offering those sales and promotions, you're not going to do well this season. So, I think we're seeing a lot of deals out there even in June. We asked consumers, did you shop those June sales? 54% were shopping for back to school items even in June.
Oh, is anything specific that people are willing to splurge on or maybe not shop a sale for?
Yeah, electronics is a thing that's really popping. 40 billion being spent on electronics this back to school season. And it's a major part of the budget for K to 12. It's one third of the budget. So yeah, making sure that your student has those, the up-to-date laptops or notebooks and what they need to make sure that they're able to do their schoolwork and have, AI enabled computers. That all really matters, and we see consumers spending a lot of money on those items.
Anything else surprising in the survey that stuck out to you?
Well, first of all, 3% of people are already done, so kudos to you. Well done. You're much more organized than me. One thing that really popped is for back to college. The biggest growth we've seen over the last 5 years was for personal care products. So definitely some kids going back to college with those personal care items to make sure that they can pamper themselves. I think maybe some of that is also, we see men a little bit more comfortable with buying those type of items.
All right, Mark Matthews, thank you so much for joining us and for sharing your insights. So interesting as we head back to school.